Like any other mother, I feel afraid of letting my creative ideas out in the world, thinking of what if they don't come back to me, or what if it turns out to be completely different than what I imagined, or that people make fun of them and maybe me, and so much more. Hey, you guys, welcome back to the Arts to Hearts podcast. This is your host, Charaka. A big welcome to the unusual episode where I am not actually going to be talking about something. Instead, I am going to be reading a page from my journal that felt something. I don't even believe I'm doing this because a journal seems is a very private space for all of us. But I really wanted to share this here because it was something that has really like it felt very important for me to share with you, and it was very natural, very raw, and I felt like I am not alone in this. And like always, I didn't want to keep this to myself if I knew it could help someone else. But before we get into this episode, I quickly want to remind you that our last call of 2021, in collaboration with our friends at Visionary Art Collective and the founder of Visionary Art Collective, Victoria J. Fry, the open call is going to be ending on 13th of December, 12 midnight EST. That means we only have a few days to go. The theme for this open call is home, and I am so grateful for this collaboration. Victoria is a brilliant artist, an amazing human being, and I just love the way she does things. And it's been such a pleasure to be able to create this opportunity in collaboration with her. We are doing a lot of things for these artists who will be selected, and all women artists are from all around the world are invited to apply to this open call. Year ends are usually very overwhelming for a lot of us, and when we look back, we want to just make sure that we do one last thing, one more thing. So if that's something that you've been thinking about, this call may be that. You can find all the details on www.ask2heartsproject.com/submit. You'll be able to find the link, any all of those things that you need to submit. Remember, the deadline for this open call is 13th of December, 12 midnight EST. So we hopefully will see you and your work very soon. Okay, so like I said, I don't want to really talk a lot today. I just don't feel like that. Instead, I really want to share this very powerful piece that I felt when I was writing. It felt like it was coming out of me. I don't even know how it happened, but I'm not going to say a lot. Instead, here's a page of me, not one, in fact, a few. My life, my heart, my soul, that I'm very vulnerably, very bravely trying to share here and send something across. So if you like this episode, you let me know because oh my god, I would need that encouragement right now. So let's go. So this is from a few weeks ago, and I am now going to read an entry from my daily journal, and here we go. So, here's how I begin. Dear God, universe, and Mama, and every other positive energy out there, I ask you for your guidance and love. I miss writing to you all so much. When I am unable to show up, my soul sometimes feel it has so much to say and words just don't feel right for it. Today, I wanted to share about my big dreams. My dream of living this ultimate creative life. In the past 2 years, I have learned so many things. I have crossed paths with some amazing souls who I even am yet to meet. Of course, I have so much that I have lost. I have lost the purpose that gave me a reason to live. A loss that pinches me every day. But even then, I have chosen to keep going. And I choose to still move forward with what I have. and not with what I don't, because I know that what I have lost is with me even today, every moment. For a long time, I felt lost and confused, and I'm sure those days will still come. But today feels something different, something special. The big dream that I feared I had lost today showed me the signal of its presence. And it feels like it's into this body of mine, inside me, wanting to be birthed. And I absolutely love it. I truly, truly do. And maybe it's because of that I want to keep protecting it. Isn't that natural? I keep wanting it not to be hurt. But like any other birth, I'm realizing it's time for this one too, to birth these creative ideas living and growing inside me. And like any other new or a mother, it's natural for me to feel afraid and to feel protective. But I also understand that once I give birth to these creative ideas going inside of me, I need to understand and to create space and openness for them to be on their own, like any other child, to have a life of their own, to let them be out in the world. Like any other mother, I feel afraid of letting my creative children, my creative ideas out in the world. What if they don't come back to me? Oh my god. What if they turn out to be completely different? What if they turn out to be bad ideas? Or what if people make fun of them? Or what if nobody understands them? What if people laugh on them and me? Oh my god. Am I going to put myself and them through this horror? All these things come to my mind. And these are again all natural. But I've also come to realize another thing, that I also need to ask myself the other side of the coin. What if these creative children and ideas of mine that I will give birth to come out in the world and make a positive impact? An impact that I never imagined. What if they bring more joy than I ever imagined? Or what if it was the thing that world needed? Or that people love it, celebrate it, and cherish it from all their hearts? My dear universe, if you ask me honestly, no matter what they eventually turn out to be, I would love them. I would love them so, so dearly at any point of time because they are mine. Today, I write this as a mother who has felt lost for so long and just now has started to feel herself back again. A mother who wants to see her creative ideas fly into the universe with joy and smiling. I love you, my creativity. I love you, my creative children. I love you, my creative ideas. You are the single most thing that comprise my whole body, who make me feel alive every day, who give me rush through my soul, my nerves cracking. I can feel you in every part of me, in my soul, in my bones. And I'm sorry for the days. I really am very, very sorry because I know that they've happened so much recently. I'm sorry that I ignored you. I'm sorry that I doubted you. And I doubted my love for you. I doubted your existence. I truly, fiercely love you and I will protect you no matter what. Love, Charuka, your mother. End of page. So, this is what I wanted to share with you. This is an entry from late November in my journal. Like I said, I had been struggling a lot ever since I lost my mom. And truly, my journal has seen it all. It has the darkest, deepest, the parts of me that sometimes even I don't recognize, but are me. I truly wanted to share this with you because this is something that I feel so, so, so deeply. Sometimes No words can ever define those dark valleys, those those passions, creativity, the creative life. Nothing. So I thought, why not give you a peek into something that I've been experiencing and share it with you? I'm going to let this be here today and not really say something. I don't think I really have anything more profound to say. I really have something that I have experienced and I wanted to share with you, and I just did that. So if you have anything in return for me to say, let me know. Send me an email, DM me, or share this in your stories. Or maybe would you like to share a page of your journal? Share it on Instagram if you feel anywhere. And with this exercise, it makes you feel so much more real. You understand who you are much better. And I'm here if you are who want to share something. I'm here with you and I would love to hear what you have to say. Till then, I hope to see you soon again. Bye, Charuka.